Okay, hopefully the stream didn't cut off in the beginning like it always does. I'm gonna wait till about 30 more minutes, unless some more people show up right away, and then I guess I'll talk about this movie for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. May not even be that long because I don't really have that much to say about the film. But I'm talking about Black Panther, but yeah, I just came here to do some practice because I haven't played in a while.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Huao Rang. Jin Kazama. Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, easy there, Jin.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Seriously? Internet connection's bad? Whatever y'all say.
Sergei Dragunov. Get ready for the next battle.
Nice. Yeah. I like how he breathes. Send me to the snow. Get that. All through it. Do a few more, and I'll go ahead and talk about this in about 15 minutes.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Who am I actually not good with? Let's see.
Shaheen. Josie Rizal. Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, easy there. She's poking me to death.
Get ready to fly.
Saw that one coming.
سأقضي عليك. انتهى أمرك. سأقضي عليك.
Oh, okay. I figured out his rage without pressing R1.
سأقضي عليك.
I've been doing that a bunch of times already.
انتهى أمرك.
Okay. Ooh, nice one. There it is.
سأقضي عليك. انتهى أمرك. سأقضي عليك.
Dang it.
انتهى أمرك.
Get ready to
Got me that time. Oh, no, she didn't.
سأقضي عليك. انتهى أمرك.
Unlike Laurent, his rage is easy to activate. Okay, okay, okay. Sheesh.
سأقضي عليك. انتهى أمرك. Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Ling Xiao Yu. Kuma. Get ready for the next battle.
Ah, seriously, Bear? And it still got me. So he won't none of that tonight. Oh, snap. Kuma came to fight. So that's enough of this. Ran right into his attack. That was a bad idea. Okay, okay, bro. Oh, I missed him. I didn't press R1 on that one. Ooh, that was sick. That was nice. I like that. got me. Ooh. Mm. Still got me. Got another little fish. I always like that move. I'll be right back. And then go with the topic at hand. Okay, I got somebody in the kitchen talking loud as all get out, but I guess I'll go ahead and give my thoughts about this movie right quick. I don't know if anybody's gonna show up because I'm not gonna play much longer on the stream since I got other things to deal with. But yeah, I thought the movie was good, but it was random. Like the whole storyline was just really, really random for me. I think now, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of spoilers on this, but not too much because I know a lot of the subscribers haven't seen it yet. I don't think, but if they wanted to get an idea as to what the movie is, I'm gonna say it right here. So like, I thought the beginning of it was really good. Like when they started out talking about the origins of Wakanda and all that stuff, I thought it was really, really good and well put together. And what's interesting is there were actually five tribes within that country, this small country called Wakanda. There's five of them, and I think the one that T'Challa and Chaka they belong to the Panther tribe, which is the royal tribe, the one that ended up winning this all-out war with the vibranium that came from outer space and is shot down to Africa into the current country that is Wakanda, and like everything surrounding that zone where the meteor hit is made out of vibranium. So that is basically the essence of the Wakandans. So, and it's like in all forms too, from the water to the food, even the materials that they construct their buildings with, the technology. It's like it's all related to vibranium. So anyway, the Panther tribe, the one that ended up winning, he became known as the Black Panther. So now all these other tribes, these other four tribes, well, actually three tribes were subservient to his tribe, except for one, and that's the one with the gorillas. They kind of isolate themselves away from them because they never fully recognized the Panther tribe as the royal tribe of Wakanda. So they kind of lived on their own, did their own stuff. And that can explain why one of the characters, like later in that movie, tried to challenge T'Challa in a fight for the throne of Wakanda, and he ended up losing. But T'Challa spared his life. I actually like this character. His name is M'Baku, also known as Man Ape. He was pretty good. He was a really good character. At first, he came off like a douche because he didn't really respect the dude because he was a young guy. He didn't really have any experience, leading the country. So he wanted to challenge that, and he ended up losing. And it turns out it's a good thing Child did spare his life because later on in the film, his dad came through and he said like, because he expressed his concerns about being a king to Child did to his dad, and he told him like, hey, you are gonna struggle, but even though you're gonna struggle, you need to count on people that you can trust. So that's basically what he was telling him. And it's a good thing he had people that he could trust later on in this film, man. God, dog. I mean, because a lot of people in Wakanda, including some of the guys that he was close with, like even the elders, like they did not have full confidence in T'Challa, and it had to do with him being the son of his dad. You know, and even with the priest, Riku, who out of all the guys that Killmonger ended up killing, I'm kind of glad he killed him off, man, because I was like, are you serious, man? Because I guess I said his name right, but he's the priest guy that you're gonna see in the film whenever you watch it. So basically, he was undercover back in the United States, uh, with the king's brother. Like the king, Chaka, he actually had a brother who was undercover. I don't know why he was undercover. I can't remember why, but apparently he was a drug dealer of some type. He was a spy. He claimed he was a spy, and then he was a drug dealer, like in Oakland, California. And apparently the Chaka, I guess, found out about what he was doing, and they didn't like that, so they went over there to apprehend him. But they had another spy along with them, and that was the priest. I thought that was so random. Like, dang, he was there the whole time. And so with the brother, he was trying to, you know, uh, take some of the vibranium and help people from other parts of the world, like black people from all over the world. Like, so he went to America to do that. That's why he took the vibranium. But I think that was a front because why would you do that? Why, of all cities, why would you go to Oakland, California? Because for starters, Oakland's a black city in California, but it's not that black, really. It's just like a third of the city's black. So I don't know why you would go to Oakland of all places. Number two, uh, why do it through drug deals and selling arms, meaning guns? Why would you do that? Like that was so random to me. Like, okay, all occupations that you could take to quote unquote help the black diaspora outside of Africa, you want to be a drug dealer? Do you guys understand that? You know, that's what threw me for a loop. And then with the priest, him witnessing the king ended up killing his own brother. He actually knew that he had a son because he was there for an extensive amount of time in America as well. So he knew about this kid who later became Killmonger. So he knew about this kid, and yet they decided to leave him and the king. So it's like that's had me scratching my head. So I'm like, well, dang, priest, you could, in secret took the kid to Wakanda and raised him like he was your son. All you had to do is just hide him, you know, just keep him away from the king. But regardless, with Killmonger's attitude, no matter whether he was raised in the States or whether he was raised in Wakanda, because now with Killmonger, you know, his biggest flaw was that he was just his biggest flaw was that he was an SJW. I'm talking too fast, sorry. That was probably his biggest flaw out of his whole character. Other than that, I mean, he was a good villain. He was a real good villain. But my pet peeve was like, well, your sole purpose was revenge, man. So you were justified in trying to take the throne. But the problem was you wanted to take it too far. You were too radical with your ideals. Like he was talking about he wanted to, quote unquote, take down the colonizers, which is white folks, doing the Atlantic slave trade and all that, because after all, he is half African American. And that's why by the end of the movie, when he finally lost to T'Challa for a second time, that's why he made those famous words like, "I'd rather die than to be in bondage." Because he wanted his body dumped at the sea and whatnot. And so yeah, I mean, with his words and his just mannerisms, it's like this is so typical of quote unquote pro blackism that you're starting to see all online and through social media. It's like the same stuff. I mean, that's the thing that kind of killed my likeliness of Killmonger. Just going that angle. Had he just focused on just getting the throne and taking his revenge on not just the king and not just the priest, but everybody in Wakanda, I think he would have looked a lot more badass to me. That's just my opinion. I think he would have been way more lethal. He would have destroyed Wakanda, and then all he had to do is, if anybody else decided to mess with him and his people, quote unquote, then you had something to do about it. But, he didn't care for tradition with Wakanda. He just wanted to do whatever he wanted. He was power driven, basically. He was really, really power driven. And I'm a little disappointed to hear that some folks are trying to compare him to the Joker. Like, nah, dude, the Joker would have did what I just mentioned. He would have destroyed Wakanda and destroyed everything else surrounding it, just to cause chaos, because that's what he was all about. He wasn't about power. Because if he was about power, he wouldn't have robbed banks and burned up money. He wouldn't have done that. So that's just my opinion on that. Killmonger, a good villain, a great villain? No, because some people were talking about he was so awesome. He was just a super badass villain like we haven't seen in a long time in Marvel series. Now, if anything, yeah, he was the most humane villain, but he wasn't like the baddest villain. Come on now. Otherwise, he wouldn't have died so easily. I mean, by the second fight. The first fight, he destroyed T'Challa. He owned T'Challa, guys. First time they encountered, when they actually fought for the throne, he owned him. And then it also makes me question the vibranium, the essence that they make T'Challa drink, before a fight. When it came to these throne fights, like, why is, like, what? Apparently, it doesn't do much with T'Challa because he barely beat M'Baku, and he gets destroyed by Killmonger. It's like, well, dang, I mean, so much for this essence. I mean, what's the hype about vibranium? Like, it's supposed to give him all these enhanced physical abilities, and yet he can't get the job done as a fighter. And another thing about the test for the throne, I do agree with the one guy that did a review before I did this review that it should be more than just a fight. It should have everything to do and what it takes to be the king of Wakanda, whether it's physical ability, survival skills, critical thinking challenges, things of that nature, just to test the mind and the body, not just, brute force. So I think they should expand it more on that, especially being in such an advanced society that it was. you know. Oh yeah, and another thing about the king and the son, T'Challa and Chaka, they were very much isolationists. The Wakandan people, they're more of an isolationist country. They didn't want to deal with anything outside of their borders, and then they wanted to curb illegal immigration as well. Like they didn't want too many outsiders going in and out of their borders. Doesn't that sound familiar, people? Doesn't that sound familiar? So I thought that was kind of interesting there. Uh, yeah, I saw one idiot say that like the child was Obama. No, dude, no. He's more Trump-like in his movie than you thought. So that's where all these rumors talking about that Wakanda was an alt-right country. Yeah, apparently so. They told these Africans, man, you got to fend for yourselves. These other African countries, you got to fend for yourselves. So, like I said, the Black Panther film, good movie. Just a random film, though, to me. Like, really, really random. Very, very random film. The ending wasn't awesome, but it was good enough, you know. But like I said, the beginning was fantastic. Just like as the movie went on, just a lot of symbolism and just a lot of social justice talk and and somewhat feminist, some a little bit, especially with one of the guys bound down to his lover because he chose the country more than his own values with the new king that was Killmonger. So he ended up bowing down to her. And we know what and going on in the Black Sect of YouTube, they were talking about the black woman's God. So with that little scene right there, I was like, oh man, I know people are gonna get mad at that at that particular scene with him bowing down to the bald chick. I'm like, oh crap, here we go. But yeah, that's kind of all I could think of about the movie. Oh yeah, and the white villain, Euless Claw, he was just comic relief more than anything. He wasn't that good of a bad antagonist, honestly. Killmonger easily disposed him, because he was just too goofy and too erratic, to be some hard up villain, you know. But yeah, that's him. And then there's another non-black character in the film that's an American FBI agent who helped the Wakandans fight off Killmonger and his temporary allies when he destroyed the ships from going across the world to give the other people to other Wakandan spies so they could destroy all the various nations around the world. So he did a good job there. But other than that, that's about it. I didn't stay for the other scenes. I did hear that. I did see the part where T'Challa, went back to Oakland to the place where his uncle was killed, and he bought that building to build an outreach center and stuff. But then they said it was another scene where he actually went to the United Nations or something like that to talk about, uh, more community outreach, like, embassies for Wakanda and stuff like that. So that's why I thought that. Oh, there he is, Real Game Lover. Did you get to see the movie, man? You saw Black Panther? I was just talking about it. I don't know how long you've been on here. Oh, you said it was incredible. Yeah, I mean, it was a decent film, man. I wouldn't call it like a masterpiece though. Like some people are claiming out to be. Like there's some little tidbits here and there that I expressed early on that kind of had me scratching my head. But other than that, yeah, it was a solid film. It'll probably get a sequel anyway because it was so hyped for the last 2 years. But I kind of already expressed that around the 35 minute mark. But yeah, you got anything else to add about the film? When you gonna do a stream on it? Yeah, these comments are slow coming. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so you're gonna talk about on Thursday? Okay. Yeah, quickly recap pros and cons. Yeah, I kind of went over that. Now this review I did was more like a spoiler type review, but I didn't tell the whole entire story, but I just told you a few of the people that I liked in the film and a few of the ones that I thought were all right. They weren't bad; they were just okay. And how about those African accents? uh, I don't know, man. I'm not too sure about that, but hey, you know. Uh, I do kind of want to talk a little bit about the All-Star Saturday, but I'm missing a game right now between LeBron and Curry's team, but I may check out what they're going to do in a little bit. I'm not going to watch it too long because I do need to continue on my lesson, and I want to play a little bit of Dynasty Warriors. Continue on with that. I'm going to try to play a different character. I'm not going to stream it tonight, but I just want to, advance in the game. But yeah, the dunk contest in particular was better than last year's. Definitely much better than last year's. um, yeah, definitely shout out to Larry Nance Jr. representing Cleveland now instead of Lakers. A lot of people say he got robbed. His last dunk, it looked super basic, but in slow motion, they actually showed that he bounced it off the backboard twice. I was like, dang, okay. Because like in real time, it looked like he just, yeah, like in real time, it looked like he just threw a lob and he did a regular dunk. And I'm like, what? Is that it? But then he had to get the crowd going, and then he had to tell like replay, replay, and it turns out he threw the ball up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a better dunk contest. Guys actually came to dunk this year. Like I didn't realize how athletic Donovan Mitchell was, man. I knew the guy was good. Like I see this couple of his highlights, because he's gonna win Rookie of the Year, no doubt. But yeah, man, that dude got bounced. He's got hot for days, man. He was looking like another Baron Davis, you know. And also Dennis Smith Jr. He had the hardest dunk. He did the 360 with the left hand going backwards. That's the hardest dunk to pull off. Especially considering he's just like 6'3". He managed to pull that dunk off. I thought that was nice. But yeah, Donovan Mitchell definitely he was the most consistent dunker. He didn't miss too many times, unlike Larry Nance. But yeah, definitely Larry Nance, he almost won it. he's probably the he's probably the most versatile big dunker we've had in quite a while, man. It's almost Sean Kemp like with him. Not entirely. Sean Kemp was still a better athlete a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, his first dunk was sick because he had used another backboard. That's like in high school. Like you go into high school, you throw it off the wall and you catch it and dunk it. I never actually tried that because I can't jump high enough to pull that off. But like I seen one highlight of a street baller. He actually threw it off the back of a wall, caught it, and two-hand dunked it. And that's what reminded me of. So he probably did that like back in high school. He probably just threw it off the wall and then he caught it and slammed it. So it was the same kind of concept. So that was pretty dope to see. And then his little tribute to Vince Carter. It wasn't quite Vince Carter because he's so little, like I think it was Reggie Miller. Was it Reggie Miller or Chris Webber? I don't know, but they said as soon as Vince Carter did the 360 reverse windmill, yeah, he was jumping up and down again. I was like, yep, that's exactly what he was doing. He was so hyped off that dunk, man. I was like, yep. It was still a nice dunk from Mitchell, man. He did his thing. Both him and Nance did their thing. Victor, like, okay, he was in the other contest. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was the year before. I could be wrong, but he All-Star weekend a little bit. And then the 3-point contest. Uh, oh yeah, freaking Devin Booker got hot. Freaking Devin Booker went in, man. Like by the final round, scoring 28. I was like, dude, you know. Yeah, Klay Thompson came back, but I thought he was gonna end up winning that because he's the actual shooter out there. But yeah, Devin Booker ended up winning it. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream short because I just wanted to pick a game that was real quiet like Tekken and talk about this movie. But anyway, I'm gonna let Video Game Lover see what I actually said throughout the film, and I'm gonna cut this thing short. All right, I'll see you guys when I get a chance.